So we've looked at some very basic absolute value equations, ones that you can just look at and probably get a solution. But what happens when things get a little bit more complicated? This one's harder just to randomly start plugging in numbers or to figure out what the solution is. Well, we're actually going to go back to what we just did. Think of a real basic equation like absolute value of x equals 4. We know that x can be 4 or x can equal negative 4. Because remember, we're saying what's inside the absolute value can be 4, gives us that value of 4, or what's inside can be a negative 4. Again, the absolute value is 4. We're going to use the same principle to solve this more complicated equation. What's inside the absolute value, well, that can equal 7 or it can equal negative 7. Both of those values will give the absolute value of 7. So we're going to write two equations. Do this with me on the back of that half sheet of paper. First equation, 2x plus 3 equals 7. Pretty straightforward. Or 2x plus 3, what's inside that absolute value, can equal negative 7. Now, just solve this like normal, doing each of them individually. So the first one, we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Then we'll divide by 2. Our first solution, x equals 2. Don't believe me? Plug it in and you'll see that that gives you 7. Do the same thing now to the next equation. Subtract 3 from both sides. Watch your negatives. Divide by 2. X equals negative 5 is the other solution. Again, if you don't believe me, plug it back in and you'll see that it does work. Okay, let's do another equation. Once again, please do this with me. So we're going to write those two equations once again. What's inside the absolute value can equal 36, or what's inside the absolute value can equal a negative 36. Absolute value of 36 is 36. Absolute value of negative 36, it's still 36. Go ahead and pause the video, try to solve these two simple equations, and we'll check our answers when you're done. Okay, so here are my solutions. X equals 4, x equals negative 5. If you didn't get those, look at my work, compare it with yours. If you want to check, you can always plug it back in and see that it will work. One more example. This one you're on your own. Go ahead and pause the video and then see if you can write the two equations and solve them. Okay, let's go ahead and check our work. I got x equals 9 and x equals negative 12. Notice I wrote two equations, absolute value equal to 63. What's in the absolute value equal to negative 63. And then I just solved those algebraically. If you get these two answers, then you are finished. So once you get to this point, you have no more homework for the weekend. Enjoy the weekend, be safe, God bless, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.